that this section of the 14th Amendment can't be used to deny Trump access to the ballot. So, Wolf, the justices, Trump's legal team, they're asking the justices to consider a lot here, a broad array of arguments. We'll see which arguments the 9 justices seize onto. But of course, a lot at stake as we are just months away from the general election with primaries happening as we speak.
A lot at stake indeed. All right, Jessica Schneider, thanks for that report. I want to get some analysis right now from our legal and Supreme Court experts at George Conway. What do you make of the arguments of Trump's lawyers?
Well, I haven't had the chance to read the brief closely. It was just filed within the last hour. But I will say this, that I noticed in the brief that they have moved up the argument, which was pretty much on the back burner previously, that Trump did not engage in an insurrection. And I think the reason why they did that is because the principal legal arguments that they've been relying on, that were relied upon by the dissent in the Colorado Supreme Court, was that the provision doesn't apply to the President of the United States, which is a very, very bad argument, and that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment is not self-executing, which doesn't make any sense. The text of the statute, text of the amendment doesn't say that. So they're going back to making more of a factual argument that he did not engage in insurrection. And I think what they're going to try to do is to raise the bar as high as possible on what it means to engage in an insurrection. Like you have to take up arms or you have to engage in very specific planning. The problem with that is that none of this would have happened but for Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump wanted this to happen. He stood idly by during the 2 or 3 hours the Capitol was being ransacked, and he precipitated this for weeks on end before that. And it's going to be a very difficult thing for the Supreme Court if it can't find a legal basis to exclude him from the application of the 14th Amendment on legal grounds. It's going to be equally hard for them to make a binding factual determination on this record that Trump somehow did not engage in insurrection.
Setting the stage for a huge legal battle.